Hello YouTube! Still don't know how to intro a video. Welcome to Bishop. This is where we ended up landing the bus for the next couple weeks. And this week, Cheyenne is actually gone. So, I'm doing a project I've been wanting to do for quite a while. Finally putting something right in this window right here. It's the old destination window back from it was in operation. Gonna put something cool up there so that you don't just see into the bus wiring, because right now it's just a missed opportunity. Everyone always has a cool sign there on their bus, and I want one, so I'm gonna paint one. Yesterday I got up on the front of the bus with a ladder, as Cheyenne would probably point out if he was here. Not OSHA approved. No supervision was present. Bad shoes were worn. But I made this template. I just kind of traced around the inside and the outside of the window trim so that I know the correct size to paint. Fortunately, the old curtains, we kept a couple panels from the bus. They are the perfect size. And I decided actually to paint the sign on fabric because this is the hole that you have to fit the sign through. The door is actually just about the size of the thing that I would need to fit through. So I'm painting it on a piece of fabric, just kind of like an unstretched canvas, so that then I can actually fit the painting through this hole. I got all my supplies set up outside, ready to start. We got gesso, a fairly wide paintbrush, and a dog assistant. Let's get to work. Day 2. This is where we're at right now. I have what we're calling a canvas prepped, and it's dry, so I brought it inside and taped it to the largest flat surface that has the farthest distance, so that I can just barely use this off-brand Amazon projector. The brand is literally Projector. Gonna go back into time-lapse mode for a second while I trace the outlines, and then we'll do some more detailed painting once I have my sketch transferred. That came out great. Good morning. It is cold today. It didn't snow here, but got a fresh layer of snow on all of the mountaintops last night. It's really pretty, but really cold. So, we are working inside today. Got on my extra creepy hat. Thank you, Mom. I love it. Wear it all the time. It's time to paint. I got my little painting studio all set up on the ground over here. The first color I mixed up for the top sky layer, I just think it looks way too dark. So I mixed up a different color. I just added like 50% more white. Let's see how this looks. Oop. Oh yeah. That's much closer. I've finished half of it now. Now you can really tell. Finished up the second color. It looks really good. It's the right tonal difference to the background that I was looking for. Now I'm on to mixing my next color. And when I'm doing something like this, where I kind of want all the colors to match, what I do is I mix up way too much of the color. So that way I can kind of just mix it to make the next color for here, and then I'll mix it to make the next color for over here, and so on till I get to the bottom. I might film a little more time lapse, but I feel like I have like a lot of just the same stuff, so I might just do a little fast forward, some Luga B-roll insert here. We got the purple down now. Now it's just the deep purpley blue, the last color down here that I have mixed up. So I finished putting on that color, and I think it's way too blue. So I'm gonna mix up a new one. It needs a second coat anyway, so. Check out the sunset right now on the mountains. It's not quite setting yet, but you can see the sun reflecting off of the bottom of the clouds and just lighting up the snow. It's crazy. Good morning, it's the next day, and today we are moving on to painting the black lines in this piece. I'm gonna try to film it, but we'll see how good of a shot I get. First strokes going down with my itty bitty tiny brush. It's gonna be quite the process. Gotta remind myself to breathe so I don't just pass out from holding my breath while trying to pull a straight line. Make sure I don't have any wet paint on my hands. And this is dry. I did it. I didn't breathe. It's been like an hour, and I have barely finished the lines on the dog's butt. Jeez, when you compare what I've already done, looks like I still got a lot to go. Lunchtime. You ready for lunch, Luga? She's ready for lunch. She looked up for that. It's finally done. I think it looks really great. I'm really pleased with how the lines came out in the end. I'll include some close-ups in a second. I ended up just cranking out the last bit off camera because it's a lot easier for me to do the precise line art that way. I like listening to music really loudly so that I can sing really loudly. That way I don't forget to breathe when I'm drawing the line. Because if I'm singing, then I have to be breathing. It doesn't seem like it would make sense, but it works for me. So here's the complete product. Over on this end, we got the squirrel, Luga, hot on its heels. Over here, her beautiful long tail disappearing into the sunset. It looks quite a lot like you, ma'am. Now, we just gotta wait for Cheyenne to get back. He should be getting back from New York in probably like the next hour and a half maybe. So once he gets back, he's got the other wrench in the car, and I can finally put this in and see what it looks like. And oh my god, Luga, guess what? Cheyenne's back. He's been back, but I forgot to film. So we're filming now. I finally got my 2 wrenches, and then turns out I didn't even need 2 wrenches. I just needed to let the rust remover, some PB blaster, let it sit for a couple days, and I just had to get 1 wrench and barely turn the head of the nut, and it just came right up. We should be able. Ooh, the outside world! asbestos and dead spiders. But my plan is there's this metal edge going around the back of the window. Hopefully I could just use some magnets, and that way I'll just be able to attach the painting around the edge of the window. And that way it'll be super easy to remove if I ever want to change it. Or if we need to get in there to do something with the wiring for some reason. Yeah, let's see if that works. Let's see if this works. Let's go see how that looks from outside. Haha, that looks sick. Luca chasing the squirrel. That's so much better than just being able to see into the innards. Wow, great use of a couple hours of my time. What do you think?
It's cool.
That's sick. Looks very nice now. A nice little finishing touch on the front, rather than just an empty hole. Looks much better. Thanks for watching me work on a quick little bus project. We're excited to be back on the road, back in the bus again, taking it out this winter. Hopefully moving a little more than last winter. We were kind of just staying in the same place because we were doing a lot of working on the bus. So hopefully this year we get to do a little more adventuring. And we'll see you next week in Joshua Tree. Bye.